Welcome to the Lock Shop with Nielsen and Hustler.
All right, it's 11:04. Welcome to the Lock Shop. Hi, I'm Dustin. Sometimes I host the Lock Shop. I host it today. I host it tomorrow, but then not on Tuesday or not on Thursday. On Friday, it'll be bumped because we're going to go 2-hour oil stream. And then, that was a weak push. And then, so anyway, what's up? On this one shot, it does look like I got a little bit of a good tan. I do feel pretty tanned compared to a couple weeks ago. So that's kind of, I heard that. Do I look tan, my man?
Yeah, you do. You have a nice color to yours.
Yeah.
Yourself.
So. Got my arms there looking
Eric
pretty good.
A little bit more.
Yeah, Eric's face looks beautiful right now. He's got the stash done in now and stuff.
Yeah, he looks. It's great to see you guys. We missed you around here.
Oh, we missed you guys too, man.
Along as much as we could.
Trip was fun, but
I'm glad that you guys
boys.
were not so much on socials though, like in a sense where you guys were enjoying your time.
You know what? I was looking back on my phone yesterday. Of like, now my phone's messed up. It got smashed playing basketball, so it's a mess. But of the pictures I took when we were down there, I took a picture of Big Uke at the airport eating a mozzarella stick, or a video. I got one picture of Eric in the middle of the afternoon, passed out on his bed, or just kind of resting on his bed.
Okay.
And then I took a picture. I bought a swim shirt that protects you from UV rays.
Oh, look at that.
I took a picture of that and sent him. I took 3 pictures the entire trip.
Wow.
That's it. For the most part, I was off my phone. And I have to tell you, I loved every minute of it. It was a lot of fun.
That's what you're down there for, right?
Right,
you
yeah.
Check in. I mean, obviously you check in with your family and all that.
Yeah, I would text Tam and
yeah.
FaceTime with the kids
of course.
Almost every day.
Yeah, I saw your parents on Friday.
Oh, yeah, they came by, dropped off that T-shirt press, didn't they? Yeah.
We had a good chat.
Good.
Kids brought some muffins and donuts for the boys.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's nice.
Very nice.
God, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. What do you think of the Murphy deal, buddy?
Yeah, I mean, low risk. I mean, it's a few acting like the Oilers got Chris Pronger, but
yeah,
don't get me wrong. Like it's the money's fine. Who cares about a second round pick 2 years down the road? This team desperately needs a defenseman to actually play defense. And by all accounts, it looks like he can play defense, Dusty.
That's what you're hoping.
That's what you're hoping. But again, low risk. It doesn't work out. You move on once the season's over, and that's that, right? But I mean, I heard you on the morning show say, and this is no disrespect to Connor Murphy. I like the deal. Think he's going to help. But it's 32-year-old Connor Murphy we're talking about. Okay?
Some people are trying to make it sound like it's Ekholm again.
Yeah, like no, it's not Ekholm. It's not even close. Now, can he help? Sure. I mean, is he going to help Wallman and Nurse? I don't think that's his job. His job is to come in here and play well himself.
Yeah.
Nurse is 31 years old. Suck it up, buddy. Answer the questions. Play better hockey. Like, this is ridiculous. He is not earning not even close to that $9 million deal. Not even close. He's a $4 million defenseman right now. God, probably less.
God, I miss you, Nanso.
Well, come on, man.
Oh, I love it.
Like that Saturday when he's upset about the question. Well, just own it. Yeah, I'm playing like crap. Plain and simple. And then the reporter will be happy. But instead, he has to give attitude. He never takes accountability for anything. He's dog crap right now. Enough is enough with this guy,
He
man.
was really bad while we were gone, eh? I know he hasn't been great this year. He's been much worse this year than last year. But he was really bad while we were in Mexico.
Like the 2 games they lost, him and Wallman were awful. Awful, Dusty. Like if you looked at those 2 guys, there's no way you look at those 2 guys and you're like, yeah, that's a 10, 11-year veteran, and that guy's been in the league just as much. Like, and now, listen, it's not just those 2. The whole team can. Dusty, on Saturday, the top line of the Oilers, they were on the ice for 4 goals against.
Yeah, that can't happen.
McDavid gives it up on the fourth goal, and then the puck goes in the net, and he throws his hands up in the air. Like blaming someone else. Holy.
Man.
I'd say, listen, against LA, it was funny because then Nurse and Wallman go +3. Wallman scores 2 goals. But then they go back and they're terrible against the Sharks team. So today they're probably going to be awesome. I might even sprinkle a Nurse point tonight.
What?
Yeah, let's go.
You're more of a degenerate than I. That's wow, man. You are.
Just wait till EST afternoons.
Oh man, I can't
got a lot
wait
to say.
EST afternoons coming up, but not for an hour and 51 minutes.
Well,
start this show right now.
The Oilers got the next coming of Chris Pronger.
Well,
according to many. So we're back, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, Herdad South did a great job filling in on mornings last week and yesterday, and EST afternoons from 1 until 3 today with he and Joaquin Gage. It should be good to go. Here's what we got up right now. We've got that Lock Shop partner parlay. Celebrini to win the Heart, Werenski to win the Norse. That's still up. And then the early bird bet from this morning, Oilers to win, McDavid 2 points, and Bush with a point, plus 240. So if you want to ride that, EST specials, it is a new month, and you know what that means. That's all I'll say. All right, Edmonton Sports Talk is brought to you by Play Alberta. Let's bring in, look at this man, the myth, the legend, Hustlerama. Huss, what's up, buddy? How you doing?
Dusty, I'm playing hurt right now. It was a disaster show yesterday. I realized about 10 minutes ago, I probably should have said, you know what, today might be a tough one for me to do. I never texted anyone, so I'm here. I'm not doing WST today.
You're sick?
I am really sick.
Oh, no.
But
if you want, man, if you can't do it, I can have somebody else slide in here if you want.
There's some things that are bigger.
My God. You are
and
such a
being able to victory lap our big win yesterday. The one thing that's made me feel good in the last 24 hours.
What was the hit? Jay told me we were in a meeting with somebody, but Jay mentioned you guys hit something.
So we had Columbus money line over the Rangers.
Yeah.
Which was quite the sweat. They were up 4-0. Gave up 2 goals in like 15 seconds at the start of the third. Gave up another one, and then the Rangers tied it. They won it in overtime. We had the Dallas Stars puck line. By the way, just auto bet the puck line against the Canucks every game for the rest of the season. They were down 1-0 early, steamrolled them 5-1. And then we had the Avalanche Kings game, which we had Colorado. It was 2-0 early. And then LA came back and tied it up. And we had to wait till late in the evening to get the winner. I'm just looking at that third goal. Yeah, 15:05 of the third period. The Avs broke through to make it 3-2 and then won it. So yeah, it was I think Jay said after the boost it was like 585 or 590 or something.
There you go.
So pretty good. But listen, I know you probably have gone through some of this on the morning show, but how was the trip? I mean,
buddy, it was you'd love it. I'd say that. Like we got to get you on the next one. Yeah, it was
next year I'm in.
This was a great resort. I mean, it was such a weird morning because we get to the airport early. We've got the whole upstairs area at the brew house reserved for the game. So we're watching the game. It's in the third period and we're like, okay, we got to leave. We got to board. So we get, we're watching the game on our phone. We're walking down to our gate. We get to our gate and they're like, unscheduled maintenance. The flight's going to be delayed by 45 minutes. And I'm like, well, we got another 45 minutes. Let's get back to a TV so we're not like hearing people cheer through the. So we walk back, set up shop at the one beer place. They've got like it's like fancy beers and stuff. So we set up shop there, settle in, and then we get to overtime and the loss, and we're like distraught. We're all just, my God. And then our flight gets delayed another 3.5 hours. So we're at the airport just drinking our sorrows away for pretty much the entire day. Oh. Okay. Finally get away. About an hour before we get away, I start to see that Puerto Vallarta's like being closed down by the cartel. And I'm like, I'm a very nervous Nelly. So I'm sitting there going, man, should we even go? Like, I'm looking at other people. I'm like, are you guys serious? Like, we're still going to Mexico with what's going on right now? And a couple of people talked me off the ledge. They're like, Dusty, it's on the other side. It's a different cartel. And I said, you realize what we're talking about here? Like, we're going to go down because Cancun's ran by a different cartel than the one that's happening. And so we take off. I'm like, okay, whatever. It's probably over-exaggerating. I get my phone out about 20 minutes left in the flight and connect to the Wi-Fi. And I got like 20 texts from people who are like, did you go? Did you actually go to Mexico? Are you okay? Were you able to land? I hope you guys didn't go. And I'm like, what's going on now? So then I hop on. I see things have kind of escalated a little bit. But, I mean, you wouldn't know anything was going on in Cancun. Like, it was awesome trip. The resort was great. Lazy River was phenomenal. The pools were awesome. Ocean was okay. I went in at one time. They had a sports bar there that was pretty good. A lot of slap fighting. Some Mexican arena soccer league that we saw there.
Like slap fighting amongst the nasties? Or
No.
Like
A lot of they have like the sports bar had slap fighting on like all the time.
Oh, I thought you guys just had an organic competition.
No.
I mean, crew on the trip.
If it was a different crew that didn't get along, maybe, but everybody was there to have a good time. So yeah, it was awesome, man. It was a really good trip. I think everybody had a lot of fun. So it's good to be back, but it was good. We thought we were going to be able to get it on the one TV at the sports bar. They didn't have it. So the first game down there, we threw up like a laptop with a speaker and watched it in the sports bar. And then on Saturday, they did have Hockey Night in Canada up, but the Oilers played an afternoon game, and I wasn't missing pool time to go watch the Oilers play the Sharks. I mean, but it was a good time, man. We'll definitely do it again. I mean, midway through the trip, people were already like, when's the next one? Where are we going? What are we going to do? I said, okay, well, we'll figure something out. But yeah, it was a riot.
What was the tab to go like for people? Like if you
geez, man, I can't even remember what it was. It ranged. Like if you got on it earlier, you could get on it earlier. I think it was like 23, and then eventually it was up to 26. And then if you wanted, you could upgrade to like the swim out and all that type of stuff. And some people did. Some people had the swim out. Some people were in the star class. Eric and I were just together in a room in like the regular area, which was fine for us. Like the buffet was absolutely delicious. We had that. The sports bar actually had really good wings, good burgers. So it was, I didn't really get very adventurous. I had like one sort of taco that I really didn't like. And outside of that, it was hot dogs, burgers, pasta, pizza. It was perfect. It was excellent.
I mean, it's so funny you say that. A couple of years ago, I went to for a friend's wedding to a really nice place in Mexico, and they had like an Asian fusion place, a French place, and I mean,
this place did have a lot of those, but Eric and I didn't go to any of them.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. Just listen, all this other stuff is so good and way more in the wheelhouse.
Yeah.
We'll just keep making it happen. Yeah, I saw some of the picks. It certainly looked good. And I got to tell you, you picked a great week to be off the air. Like last week, not only, did we have to suck it up and come on the air on Monday
after the game, yeah,
basically a national funeral. But I got to tell you, without a doubt, the most embarrassing week for the Canadian media we've had in forever. Like some of the columns that were written and some of the questions to these guys and stirring up. I mean, listen, I am no Trump guy, but like the minute that he got in there, all of a sudden there was a group of people that just went so far off. Like, Austin Matthews should be booed for being that Kachuk. I mean, Hellebuck here. This is the Jets' first game tonight. I don't anticipate anything like that, but I mean, it was just the hyperbole and the takes. Honestly, some of the ones I just had to try and figure out whether it was satire or whether it was real. But man, that sucked losing that game the way. And you know what? Like, I don't know about you. And again, you were watching in a little bit different. But with the white knuckle ride that we had through the quarters and through the semis, I'll be honest, the most confident I felt at any point in the medal round was in the second and third period. when they were absolutely dog walking.
That's the thing. Like if that, you guys already rehashed all of this, but if that game just continues 5-on-5 in overtime, there's no chance the Americans win. Like Canada would have gotten that thing done in overtime at 5-on-5. Like there's no doubt in my mind.
You still got to score on Hellebuck. Presidential Medal of Freedom Award winner, Connor Hellebuck. Now we just like to see if he can play worthy of a Presidential Medal of Freedom in the playoffs. That opportunity is not going to come.
Not going to be there this year.
Months.
Yeah, that's going to be tough. But I thought we dominated them for the final 40 minutes of that game. Just dominated them, and it was just like, oh god, now we're going to go to 3-on-3 and anything can happen. Like I was very furious at the airport with the 3-on-3. I was not happy.
You knew there'd be all of the takes right afterwards. Can't believe they took this guy. Can't believe they took that guy. Like, what were they doing? Like, I cannot watch that game and think any other result than we just saw one of the greatest larcenies by a goaltender.
Yeah.
In big game
I said that right after. That was my first tweet after. I said, let's be honest. Hellebuck stole this game for them. And that's what he did. I mean, he had that game, right? Yeah. That one that Jets fans had been hoping for to come for a long time. And he finally lived up to the big game reputation. And he was brilliant. I mean, McKinnon missing a wide open net could obviously change things. But Hellebuck was outstanding, man. He was excellent in that hockey game. Yeah, heartbreaker. It was a heartbreaker. They got goalied in the gold medal game. I mean, what can you do?
Credit to him for coming up big like that. I mean, he had been like that over the years. That hasn't been the case this year, and that's part of the reason why we're talking about the trade deadline, and then who's getting called up, what young players are going to play. So Connor Murphy.
Wait, one more note on Mexico before we move off.
Oh, yes.
So when we landed, it was dark, so I didn't see anything on the way to the resort. But when we were driving back from the resort, I did see a Hooters. And I thought of you, my man.
On the way back?
On the way back from the resort to the airport. Did see a Hooters. And I was like, oh, man, look at that for us. It would have been great.
You guys should have done a field trip, man. I bet that Cancun Hooters was legit. I can tell you that the one in San Jose, Costa Rica is. It's nice to see them flourishing.
Yeah.
In some of these other countries.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't sound like things are going well in the good old US of A.
No, it's different down there, I guess.
What sort of world are we coming to?
Yeah, so Connor Murphy. Look, he's described as a defender who will actually defend, clear out the front of the net, help on your penalty kill. And the Oilers just don't have a lot of those guys. Sure. Like you're just not describing Darnell Nurse. You're not describing Jake Wallman. You're barely describing Ekholm at this stage of his career. Bouchard is always a fascinating study, whoever you talk to. Bouch has actually been pretty good on the penalty kill this year, but he doesn't battle in front of the net, but he's effective on the penalty kill. So it fills a need. They got it retained. I still need to see them do more. Like if it's just Connor Murphy, I'm like, okay, like I'm glad you got it. I probably would have saved the second rounder to add up next year or the following year. But I think there's got to be more coming here. So it's a good start to the deadline. I think it's like it is in most Canadian markets when a trade made, he's viewed like instantly better than he probably is. He's not going to play tonight. When he eventually plays, are they going to play him with Darnell Nurse? Are they going to play him with Wallman? I guess we'll wait and find that out. But it's a good start to the deadline. If you're going to bring him in, you have to think that you can try to put together another run, which means there's got to be more coming. Because just bringing in Connor Murphy's not going to solve the Edmonton Oilers' problems, I guess is what I'm saying.
I'm just pulling up Puckpedia here. It's wild. So that was a 2028 second
2028
rounder.
Second, yeah.
They've already traded their 2029 second rounder. They do have next year's first rounder,
which could be gone by Friday.
The Jake Wallman one. And then surprisingly, they've got their second rounder this year and next year. So, they do have it. Is there anyone? And Mangiapane got waived, but they just sent him to the minors?
He got sent to the minors, but if they're going to make another trade, they're going to have to move him out.
Oh, because he's still on the cap.
There's still a good chunk of that on the cap, yeah. Like his cap hit buried is 2.4 still. So if they're gonna and they have no cap space left, pretty much everybody else they either want or they have no movements. Like Kapanen 1.3, Podkolzin 1 million. You need these guys. I mean, they're playing alongside Draisaitl tonight. So the only way to make another deal is to somehow move Mangiapane off the books. It's either gonna have to happen. I don't know. I'm curious to see what they have to pay to get it done, but that's gonna have to happen if they're gonna make any other deal.
It's that other second round pick they've been sitting around waiting to give out. It is weird. I mean, he has trade protection, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He has a full no trade clause. But he wants out. Like he's already said, trade me, right? So he should be pretty open to most landing spots if he just wants to continue to play in the NHL. Like he's going to be in play one shift in Bakersfield, and then that's it. And then they'll see what ends up happening after that.
I mean, I guess, and part of it too is being actually put on waivers, having to go to the minors. That might maybe make you easier to get to agree to a trade. Like all season long, I was thinking, like, how the hell? Like we talked about this. How did they not do a Gustav Nyquist for Mangiapane deal, where at least it gets them out of next year on that contract?
Yeah,
and I imagine the Jets would have been more than happy to do that, considering how bad everything went with Nyquil. And he's got 2 games left as a Jet, I'd imagine. I mean, if they don't have a taker for him, which wouldn't surprise me at all, if that guy plays another game,
yeah,
what are we doing? I mean,
what's the deadline going to look like in the peg, buddy? Like, what do the fans want? What are they hoping have happen?
Well, they want, I mean, listen, like a lot of places, they want a ton of moves. I mean, they just love to see the Jets get back some of the draft capital that they traded in the last couple of years. I mean, the 2nd and the 4th round pick for Luke Schenn, I mean, he's been terrible for us, although all the insiders say, hey, he's a great veteran player. He's won the cup. Teams want him. I mean, might be great in the room. I wouldn't trust him playing regular minutes against a good team in the playoffs. That's just me. But we've got Nyquist. You've got Taves, who said that he's not waiving. He wants to come back, and he's gonna see it out. Tanner Pearson, Cole Koepke, Walker Duehr, whatever, and then Colin Miller, Logan Stanley, Luke Schenn. Those are the UFAs. I think there'll be a taker, again, based on what we're being told, for Luke Schenn. Now, it's not going to be a 2nd round pick. It's probably going to be a 3rd or a 4th or something, but he's off the books. And Stanley's the most intriguing guy in that he's had an unbelievable season. He's got 10 goals. He's huge. That is of interest to NHL general managers.
Yep.
He is only making 1.25 mil. So, I mean, he can be slid into.
That's an easy one.
Well, exactly. And I think that should increase the return.
That bumps the value up for sure.
Yeah. And then, I mean, a team like San Jose, I've been thinking about for Stanley. They've got 2 defensemen signed for next year. He's 27. I mean, if you could get a guy like in there, kind of see how things go, guys are going to like it in San Jose. Why wouldn't you want to sign with a team that's got the future that they do?
Good time to hop on a rocket ship, right? That's what you're hoping.
Yeah, exactly. So I still think that they could see something like that. And then as far as anybody else with term, I mean, I'd be willing to send Dylan DeMello somewhere. I'm not sure that happens. I mean, Hayden Fleury's got 1 year left at $900K, whatever. Ville Heinola is going to be a Group 6 free agent. So if there was anyone that wanted him, he's already cleared waivers this year. I guess Perfetti is the one player that we heard in the past that could potentially be in the mix. But I'm not sure that if anything happens, that probably happens in the offseason, I would say. So everyone wants a lot of deals. I think it'll be relatively quiet, mainly because most of the guys the Jets have on expiring deals are not attractive enough to some of these other teams that they would give anything up for them, in my opinion.
McDiesel780 over on YouTube says, I'll take Stanley and Hellebuck. What do you think, Cuz? Hey, I guess I'm done. Can I interest you in a slightly used Darnell Nurse?
And
Tristan Jarry?
That's going to be. I don't think that's going to be the.
That's not going to get it done, eh?
No.
Hey,
exactly.
I do want to do a quick shout out. Were you just on the Diet Pepsi there?
Yeah.
I want to give you a quick shout. So the resort we were at only had Pepsi. So it was Pepsi and Diet Pepsi. So I was on steady diet of like vodka and Diet Pepsi all week. Ooh. And I got to tell you, man, even some mornings for breakfast, Eric and I would hit the old Diet Pepsi at about 10:30 at the buffet. Just to get like a non-alcoholic drink in us. And I mean, I'm not going to drink it as much as you do, but I got to say, I fell in love with Diet Pepsi a little bit over the week.
Yeah. I don't know whether things are different in Mexico. I mean, I guess there's some things that maybe have different flavors, but it's been on my training table for years. A wonderful beverage. What was the, like when you guys were rocking during the day and then into the evening?
Yeah.
Like, were you guys basically just on the resort the whole time? Or
yeah,
did you guys
we didn't leave it, man. We were just locked in. We just stayed there. So, like, as far as routine go, and I'll tell you what my drink of choice was here too, but we hit first day, I went heavy on the lazy river. Second day, it was lazy river, then pool a little bit. And then we sort of got into a good routine of we get up, go for breakfast at like 10, come back to the room, chill for a bit, lube up and all the, sunscreen and stuff. And usually for the last 4 days, a different listener had like a cabana as like sort of like home base for everybody right next to the pool. So we usually went and hit that up for 2 to 3 hours. Then we go over to the beach. There's a beach bar, hang out there for about an hour and a half, then back to Lazy River to kind of wrap the day. And I started the trip on tequila sunrises and then vodka rum and Pepsi. And then the rum, I'm a spice rum guy, and they had some captains down there, but it was sporadic and you couldn't get all the time. And I was just like, this isn't going to work for me. So then I transitioned to tequila sunrise and then vodka Pepsis. And then I transitioned from tequila sunrises to vodka sunrises and the vodka Pepsis. And then we mixed in a bunch of shots. But I probably drank more orange juice down there than I have in 10 years up here combined. So
I'll bet.
Yeah, it was a lot, but it was good. I finally found a groove on like the third day and sort of just stuck with that. Mixed in the odd cerveza here or there as well, right? But it was.
And everyone would invade the buffet in the evening once that was.
Well, a lot of people went out for the fancy dinners, but Eric and I were just like, man, we just like our routine. And so we'd hit the buffet. Probably about half the people would do buffet every night, and then half people would go to their steakhouse or the Mexican place or the Japanese place, that type of stuff.
And it was all in. Like it was. Yeah,
it was all.
You're not paying anywhere.
No, I'm pretty sure that's how. Well, I know we didn't pay for it. I got the cabana one day, but it was so to get the cabana, and it was like one of the really hot days, and we're over in the adult side pool, so no kids over there. And we were like, man, it's pretty hot. And we had a smaller cabana, so I got the one cabana. It was $100. So it was supposed to be $150 US, and you got a bottle. And I was just like, okay, like you get a bottle, we get the cabana for like 12 of us for the day. Yeah, it's not bad. And then so I go to the guy, I say, okay, so I'll do this. And he goes, okay, I'll give it to you for $100. I was like, what? All right, I was going to pay $150. He's like, I'll give it to you for $100. So I got a big ass bottle of vodka. We got the cabana for $100. And we had it for the full day. It was a clutch move, just a clutch move. It was a lot of fun.
Well, you come right back into this schedule now, dude.
Yeah, is busy now.
Insane. Like every night we're getting 9 games, we're getting 10 games, and there has been some winners to be had. This weekend was a big lock shop weekend. Gave out a couple winners.
Did you guys hit the golf? Is that what I heard?
We did hit the golf. We had Brooks and the Højgaard brothers, top 20. And get this, all 3 of them had huge Sundays. They all actually finished top 10.
The old no sweat top 20? My God.
Well, I mean, listen, it was a sweater because Rasmus Højgaard birdied 3 of the last 4 holes to get there.
Okay.
Højgaard was good, and Brooks played early and had a great round. So he made it there. And we had Brooks top 10 just on its own, which was just about 3-1, which was nice.
Yep.
So we had that. Randy Orton to win Elimination Chamber and Tiffany Stratton to be the Iron Person in the Women's Chamber came through.
Okay.
Some curling.
Okay, so what happened with Seth Rollins?
He came back. He, I guess, was some.
Okay, so he just came back.
Yeah,
okay.
He wasn't in a match,
okay.
but I think he'd been injured, so I think they're just sort of reintroducing him as we get closer to whatchamacallit, WrestleMania. But yeah, and some good hockey picks. I mean, Jay and I hit a couple parlays over the course of the way. We had a 2-gamer, we had a 3-gamer. It's been nice, but
good. Well, let's use this momentum,
big
I guess. Eh?
Yeah, slate of games today.
I got your starting goalies tonight, so let's dive into these and we'll put together a little 3-gamer they'll be able to find up on the EST specials page over at Play Alberta. Bobrovsky will start for the Panthers. Markstrom is listed as likely for the Devils. It'll be Stewie Skins for the Penguins. They're in Boston to take on Jeremy Swayman and the Bruins. Logan Thompson confirmed to start for the Caps. Vamelka listed as likely for the Mammoth. A couple of likelies in this Vegas-Buffalo game, Alex Lyon and Akira Schmid. Unconfirmed, Nashville, Columbus, Jet Greaves, and Eustace Anunen. Helly will start for the Jets. Spencer Knight listed as likely for the Chicago Blackhawks. Casey DeSmith and the Red Hot Dallas Stars. Going into Calgary, Dustin Wolf will get the start for the Flames there. Connor Ingram will go for the Oilers. Still got Allmark listed as unconfirmed. Let me know if that's changed, everybody. Then Gustafson for the Wild. Vasilevsky unconfirmed for the Lightning. Colorado and Anaheim. Dostal and Wedgwood both unconfirmed in that one. And then Montreal and San Jose, Dobush and Askarov unconfirmed on that one as well. So yeah, I mean, it's a Tuesday slate, but even a busier month than we usually see in March. There's lots to dive into tonight, Huss. What's
and so many teams playing back-to-backs too. Like just from last night's action, Columbus had that big win in New York. They had to fly after the game. They're at home to the Predators. Preds at plus 118. You've got Dallas coming off their win. They had to fly to Calgary. They're on the road as a favorite, which they should be. They won 9 in a row right now. Yeah. They're absolutely cruising. Avalanche, and the reason why we're getting a shorter number on the Avalanche is that they played last night and had to travel. So there are a few of those. And then what's interesting, this Tampa-Minnesota game. Have you heard about Quinn Hughes' schedule over the past 5 days?
Mm-mm.
So played Thursday, played Friday. On Saturday, he flew to New York City. To do Saturday Night Live. And Jack Hughes played a game at 4:00, and they got him basically right out of the thing into his civvies.
To SNL too.
Flew him there and he got out. So yeah, so they were there. Then they went back home. The Minnesota went back home. Oh yeah, sorry. Friday night game in Utah. That's right. In Utah. Then Saturday goes to New York. Soon as that's done, he goes back to Minnesota. They play St. Louis. And then yesterday flew back to New York to do the Tonight Show, and now they're back at home to play Tampa. So he's just been either playing a game. He's gone from Utah to Minnesota to New York to Minnesota to New York to Minnesota. I'm a little normally like that Minnesota Tampa Bay game would be big, and Minnesota came out of the Olympic break with that 5-2 win in Colorado. So they've sort of been announcing themselves, and Bill Guerin is still going to be big game hunting.
He'll be trying to find something.
Find a way to get Vince Trocheck there.
Yeah.
Which is why, even though I don't think I can bring myself to bet it, Minnesota at 19-1 to win the cup.
You can't do that.
I'm not going to.
Okay, I was going to say.
Saying, if I was someone like in Lock Shop land that didn't hate the Wild with the strength of 1,000 suns, I would maybe consider doing it.
Quick note on this Winnipeg-Minnesota rivalry. So we were at the pool one of the days. And Riley, there was one kid on the trip. He's a 12-year-old. He's a beauty. We were throwing the football around, and he threw the football over and it hit this lady. So I went over and talked to her. She's a older teacher from Minnesota. And I said, "Oh, where are you from?" She goes, "Oh, Minnesota." I said, "Oh, awesome." She's a teacher. I said, "Yeah, my wife's a teacher." So we start talking. And then she goes, "You guys are from Edmonton, right?" I said, "Yeah." She goes, "Oh, good thing you're not from Winnipeg." I said, "Really?" She goes, "Yeah, we hate Winnipeg." I said, "Oh," because she was a hockey fan. I said, "Oh," I said, "Well, I know somebody from Winnipeg, and they hate you too." I mean, that's a real. I love it. I love the disdain between these two teams. Yeah,
but the irony of the whole thing is that there's tons of Jet fans that cannot stand the Wild and all that. Every Sunday they're in purple cheering for the Vikings, and go down to a game or two a year.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. The football team is actually well supported.
It unites them. No. Yeah. Yeah. I thought that was one.
It's a good rivalry. But anyways, what Garen's done is sort of scaring me. And
just one more quick note here. You know what's crazy, House? Just about Winnipeg. I can't remember the last time we had this many games on the board. And the biggest favorite was -161. And it's actually the Jets who are the biggest favorite in the National Hockey League tonight. Every other game is inside those odds. Like, I'm going through it here.
Good point.
Winnipeg's -161. They're the biggest favorite. There's nobody else even at -150 or bigger tonight. Like, this is a really tight board tonight.
That's actually wild. I didn't even notice that until you said it. But yeah, there's no big.
No.
Not hammering puck lines or anything like that. I mean, basically on the money line.
There's value to be here on money line if we can find three of them.
I mean, what do we think about Dallas just continuing to roll? I mean, they had a pretty easy night last night in Vancouver. They've won 9 in a row.
I mean, for a team that's won 9 in a row to be getting just -137 going into Calgary, I know it's the second half of back-to-back, but with how good they've been, I'm fine with that. Like, that's
at this point, I think I can. Oh, the other thing that you missed when you were gone for the yesterday and the Monday, Tuesday of last week, the return of TGL betting.
Oh,
and I think 6 of 7 for TGL bets.
Really?
We've been hitting them good. One again,
Mr. TGL.
Shout out to LA. And here's another hilarious thing. Tom Kim was playing in the Cognizant Classic. He made the cut, but he was like lower down. Like, he had like the second tee time.
Okay.
And afterwards he says, honestly, I was out there and I just wanted to, all I could think about was my match at night in TGL. I was just basically using the PGA round as like a warm up to warm up for the TGL. And the other guys are like, was he crazy? He's like, no, I'm serious. So anyways, that was funny. So yeah, I like Dallas. Utah and Washington. Utah coming off an embarrassing home loss on Sunday against Chicago. Sometimes when you have a terrible game like that and you hit the road, like the Caps have been good lately. I think the Caps have
won. They lost to Montreal 6-2, but before that they'd won 6 of 7.
Yeah.
And they've been pretty stingy. Like, outside of Montreal hanging 6 on them, it was 2 goals against, 1 goal against, 2 goals against, 1 goal against, 3 goals against. Lost to Philly 4-2 in there as well.
Did you say it's Thompson and Vejmelka?
Thompson and Vejmelka tonight. Yeah.
Should be good. I mean, the spot for Utah, I would consider it, but Washington has been playing really well. And again, both of those teams are in real dogfights for either in the playoff spot or just outside it. How about Buffalo being a -147 favorite against Vegas?
Yeah, am I missing something there? Or?
Well, the Sabres have just been.
I know they've been playing really well.
I mean, they just went into Florida, beat the Lightning 6-2, Panthers 3-2, and Devils 2-1. Those are their 3 games coming back from the break.
And then they're coming back home now after the 3 games on the road to start. Vegas is on the 4th game of a road trip in which their last 2 games have been losses to Washington and Pittsburgh, 3-2 and 5-0.
I'm just looking. Yeah, like they have not been good. I heard this insane stat. Vegas has only 4 wins this year against teams that are in the playoffs. 2 against Carolina, 1 against Montreal, and 1 against somebody else.
Really?
Yeah.
Like I know earlier in the year when the Oilers were struggling, they hadn't beaten a lot of playoff teams either.
No, this one has Mitch Marner, questionable. Reinhart, Holtz, Theodore in the mix. It's been fun riding with the Sabres.
With the Sabres.
But Jack Eichel coming back there, like you don't think that number should be as high as it is.
No. What's the number on Columbus tonight?
Columbus is minus 139. Nashville's plus 118.
Yeah, so
and the Preds
have lost 4 of 5.
The Preds are basically just sitting there waiting for the trade deadline to pass. Yeah, lost at home to Detroit. 3-2 to Dallas, beat the Blackhawks, lost to the Caps, lost to the Wild in their last 3. I mean, those wouldn't all be beforehand.
I think I like Columbus tonight. Columbus has 1 regulation loss in their last 10, and then they did drop one to the Islanders in overtime, but then bounced back and beat the Rangers in overtime.
You know what? I mean, I've been loving betting Columbus.
Yeah.
I can totally get.
We can throw that in there. It's already a plus 198 on the 2 games. Third game's going to bump us up for sure.
Who is the underdog that's going to win tonight? Sharks are a home dog to Montreal, plus 113. Ducks plus 125 against the Avs. Minnesota plus 115 against Tampa. Why are the Oilers only minus 118 against Ottawa?
Well, the Oilers have lost 4 of their last 5, and I think I saw a stat somewhere today whether they scored 17 goals in the last 3 games and only won 1 of them. Like they can't keep the puck out of their own net. It's awful. In fact, Ottawa actually has a better win percentage than the Oilers this year. Like the Oilers are, I think, 18th in the league right now. They're in the second playoff start today, Huss. The Oilers are playing the Avs. That's like the Oilers have not been good recently. That's why. And who was it? Was it Button this morning, or I think it was Greg Wyshynski we had on, and he talked about Ottawa is much better than what you would think from an analytical perspective. And they've had some goaltending sewer them a little bit earlier in the year, and consistently throughout the year. Because, yeah, I mean, that's a pretty, and it's been moving actually towards Ottawa. I saw it at minus 128 earlier today. Now I think last I saw it was a minus 122. What's it at right now? Minus 123. So, yeah.
I saw an even money for Ottawa and minus 118 for Edmonton out there.
Oh, really?
I guess last week when the Oilers had that dud coming out of the break.
Yeah.
Jay was just, I mean, beside himself on the show. Like, this isn't the year. They're not bad. I'm like, listen, I'm betting the Oilers tonight, and they beat the Kings 8-1 or whatever it was.
And then they lost to San Jose.
I know.
Yeah.
That's why I kind of like them tonight. Jekyll and Hyde team. Either that, I mean, what about Washington? Circling back to Washington.
Minus 123 puts it at 439. Let's see here. What did we say about Washington earlier?
Well, I was a little nervous because I think Utah might be like woken up because of how bad they were in their last game.
Here's the thing, though. Washington was bad in their last game, too. They lost 6-2 to the Habs. That was on the second half of back-to-back. Washington hasn't played in a couple of days. They've had 2 days rest. What's the Washington number? Yeah, so it gets us to plus 439. They're at minus 123. I can get behind that. I love Dallas and I love Columbus. I can be convinced on a few of the other ones. I mean, no, I don't want to put the Oilers on there. Let's stay away from the oil on this one. We got enough other stuff on the Oilers today. Any thoughts on San Jose at home as a plus 113 dog? Oh, I think you got a mute situation, Huss.
Yeah, they're coming off back-to-back wins on the weekend over our two teams.
Yep. Prior to that, they dropped 5 in a row. But they're in the thick of it. I mean, they're fighting for a spot right now. Montreal's been win 1, lose 1 their last 4.
Big Uke, Stars Blue Jackets with our two teams, Jets and Oil tonight.
Well, we haven't even talked about the Jets. What do you think about the Jets tonight? They are the biggest favorite, but...
Yeah. Let's see if we did a little for the community, taking the Jets and Edmonton. Over 8-1.
Oh boy.
I may play that one, just an extra pick for tonight. But yeah, if we want to go with, I could take the Sharks. You know what? And listen, if we can get through Columbus, it's like 3 stages of games, different times. Seabus.
And then into Dallas, Calgary, and then, that puts us at plus 534, buddy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Get a boost on that. That'll be nice.
All right, let's do that then. Let's go Sharks. Let's go Blue Jackets. Let's go Stars. Huss, what's up with the Briar right now, buddy?
What is up with the Briar? We've got some afternoon draws right now. It was the usual suspects early, but you know who wasn't on the map right off the bat that's been unreal? Your guy Cooey.
Poor Huss.
Cooey's 4-0. And he was like 30-1 to win this. I guess he kind of took a step back this year, but he's still there. He's still in the event. No one gave him a lot of chance to win, and he is right there. So that's sort of been the surprise, and he's been like he beat Mike McEwen in Saskatchewan. It was like plus 130 or something like that. But Dunstone, McEwen, Cooey, Gushu, Jacobs. Big question is his third spot in Pool A. 3-1 for Quebec, 3-2 for Ontario. The Ontario team's pretty exciting. I don't know whether they played each other yet, but the Gushu Swan Song, the whole place, it just looks amazing.
It does look pretty good. The atmosphere there is awesome, isn't it?
Yeah.
It just looks absolutely incredible. All right, what's coming up on WST, buddy? All right, I guess you're not doing WST today, but what are you guys going to have on?
Yeah, the boys will be getting ready for this game tonight. Mike McIntyre is going to jump on. Tons of trade deadline scuttlebutt, and we'll just get through it and then get ready to fire it up.
All right, buddy, you get some rest. All right.
You bet. You
there
bet.
You go. There's Huss.
Hopefully we get to go tomorrow. All right.
Playing injured. There you go. The legend himself, Huss from Winnipeg Sports Talk. All right, so I've said that. Oh, sorry, I called it the early bird bet again. I got to correct that. Uke, I got your DJ and Den one too. I haven't sent it over yet, but I'll remember to do that right after. What do you guys got on there today? Let's see. Where is it? Grandest. Habs Sharks, both teams to score 2. Preds Jackets, both teams to score 2. Dorofeyev with a point. And of course, Marseille to win over Toulouse, Coupe de France. All right, so I'll get that over to them as well. Here's what we got up on the EST specials page right now. We still got that lock shot partner parlay. I don't know how much longer they're going to leave that one up for. Celebrity to win the Hart. Werenski to win the Norse, plus 660. Early bird bet. Oilers to win. McDavid 2 points. Boucher with a point. And then I just sent over the partner parlay. Jackets money line, Stars money line, and Sharks money line as well. Jay's play of the day still to come a little bit later on. Shout out to the Den, who apparently was hot while we were away. So that's nice. Let's see. Paulie Dew says I've got 3 money line parlays: Dallas, Montreal, and Colorado, Boston, Chicago, Edmonton, and Washington, Columbus, Buffalo. And if you want to get in on the for the community one we were looking at, that was Jackets, That was Stars. And then that's Oilers and Jets if you want to throw that one in there. Hernan, I like that new hat. Looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice looking lid.
I'm not a kind of rim.
You're a flat brim guy?
Flat brim guy, but
Really?
this one kind of, because I have a big head.
Okay.
Enormous head. They call me Cabezon.
You got a huge head.
That's Cabezon in Spanish. It means big head.
Calvison?
Cabezon.
How do you spell that?
Cabezon.
Calvison.
Ezon.
Cavison.
Cabezon.
Oh, my friend Cavison here. That means big head?
Big head, yeah.
Cavison Salas.
Yes.
Big head Salas.
It's a great hat, though.
Yeah.
Glad it fits.
Fits nice on you.
Because the ones you're wearing don't fit my head.
Seriously? But they're
Well,
adjustable.
they fit. They fit, but they don't look good.
Is that one adjustable too?
Yes.
Oh, okay, nice. Sweet. Well, that's
good.
That's good. Did you calm down since I talked to you last?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm a little cooler
You're
now.
still going to be spicy though for
Yeah, I haven't been able to chime in too much on Connor Murphy. He's not playing tonight.
Oh, I guess because you did morning show yesterday, and then
morning
yeah.
We knew something was coming, but
Oh, so you got something. You got some hot takes rolling in here then.
yeah, and I'm just waiting to see what else they can do.
Yeah.
Hopefully not till Friday.
Yeah. Save something.
Yeah, because then like Friday's then a buzzkill, right? Like
Yeah.
we're still reporting on other big names getting moved, but it's not
That's all-
Edmonton based.
People still love deadline day, but you want something juicy coming down the pipe, or at least to be fully involved in the rumor mill. You know?
How many times as a kid did your parents let you stay home for trade deadline day?
Pretty much from the age of 15 on. So grades 10, 11, 12, maybe grade 9.
I think I was
Basically, after we moved into town, like they wouldn't let me stay alone on a farm.
yeah.
But once we moved into town, I think I probably stayed home most of those deadline days.
I not so much in elementary.
Yeah.
I think junior high and high school, like I'd
It was
bargain
the
with
best.
my parents and I'd be like, please, it's one day.
It's the only way you could get it back then.
Yeah.
It's not like you'd be at school with your phone or
So
something.
they'd be like, fine, you can stay home.
I remember when we were in college, we pitched, so it was just the college radio station. You could only hear it in the school.
Yeah.
And I guess online. But we pitched hard for to do a trade deadline show. We told our instructors, we're like, come on, we can use it for demo tape and stuff. Well, but then all we did basically was, like, because it was still playing music.
Yeah.
So me and the boys would just sit around the TV watching the deadline. And then when something happened, we'd go on and talk about it for 5 minutes and go back to the TV. That was my first taste of deadline stuff.
Well, with my buddy and my cousins, we just, like, because back then, obviously, no phones either.
Yeah.
It was different.
Patrick Waugh trade happened when I was in junior high school. And a buddy who went home saw it on TV and came back to school and told me about it. And I was devastated. I think it was in grade 8. Grade 8 or 9. I cried in junior high school.
I remember I was already an adult, but very young. And I was working. I was on the road. I think we were delivering furniture. And the Oilers
You
acquired
delivered
Mike.
furniture too?
Yeah.
I did that too.
The Oilers acquired Mike York, and you would have swore they got Wayne Gretzky. I was so happy.
What was the trade?
It was Rem Murray, I think, going the other way.
Just straight up?
I think the Oilers gave up a little bit more. No, maybe two.
I'll tell you
players
right.
came too.
Let me see. I'll tell you right now. Oh, there was a defenseman that was moved.
For the Oilers too.
Yeah.
Tom Pody.
Tom Pody.
Yeah.
Tom Pody and Rem Murray for Mike York and a 2002 draft pick that obviously the Oilers wasted.
Mike York was awesome, man, when he came to the Oilers. I don't know if you remember him.
How many of you were like, it's the next Dougie Waite?
I can't remember saying that.
I guarantee somebody would have said that back in the
day. I remember
day.
being so pumped because he was so good offensively. He was good on the power play. I remember that trade specifically. I was so like,
All right, we got to get going. 2 guys starts in a couple minutes.
Yeah.
All right, and then what's coming up in ESC afternoons? What do you got?
Gager got us Dwayne Rollison.
Oh,
He's going
excellent.
to join us, and then we're going to go to Chicago. Talk. We're going to get the goods on this Connor Murphy.
Connor
fella.
Murphy. Sounds like a great show.
I'm intrigued why he's 6th for defensive ice time on the Blackhawks. I'm intrigued.
It
by
must be because he's been a minus player for pretty much his entire career.
Yeah. So
He plays on the penalty kill a lot.
a lot.
Yeah.
And they're the number 1 PK in the league.
He's 6th on the team in ice? Time on ice?
And total time on ice,
Yeah.
he's 6th.
Huh.
for defense.
Find out more. We'll get into it a little bit on two guys, but I won't steal that stat. We'll save that one for you this afternoon. Two guys and a goalie for GS Construction is coming up next. That's going to do it for the Lock Shop. All of Edmonton Sports Talk brought to you by Play Alberta. Two guys and a goalie coming up right away. Less than 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Trade Watch continues here on Deadline Week on Edmonton Sports Talk.